it's TxStampin Sharon. Welcome to my Thursday night live. It is Thursday, September 30th. It's gone. The month of September is gone. It is 7 p.m. Central, and I especially want to welcome my chat members. They were on at 6:30 when I was beginning to set up, and I'm like, I love seeing that community, you guys getting on and chatting with each other and checking in on each other. How are you doing? It's just so fun, and it just makes my heart smile when I see that. So thank you for enjoying that part of the lives, that you do have that chance to jump on and meet fellow crafters before I turn the camera on, as they say. Tonight we're going to be playing with alcohol-based markers called Stampin Blends and alcohol. Not the kind you drink. No, don't drink this alcohol. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, I want to welcome you. If this is your first time to join us live, I hope that you enjoy it. There's no telling what I'll do. I have tried so hard to have everything so organized, but you just never know. If this was a video, I could edit it out. If I did something, that I didn't necessarily want y'all to see, but when I'm live, you get me. This is it. I want to welcome my friend Michelle Batson. She is our moderator for the evening. I could not do these lives without her. I say it over and over again because it's true. So as I'm doing the lives, if you have a question, you can do the @ and start typing Michelle Batson's name. If she can't answer the question, then hopefully she will tag me and my name pops up in red. So I kind of push my laptop off to the side a little bit so that I can focus and stay focused on everything that I have to share tonight. I have some fun tips and tricks, and I hope that you enjoy doing this. If you don't already have the Stampin' Blends, you do need alcohol-based markers for this technique because of the interaction with the rubbing alcohol that I'm going to be doing. So don't use your Stampin' Write water-based markers. That will not work for this technique. So just make sure you understand that before we dive into this technique. So, well, I see quite a few of y'all from San Antonio. I am in Kyle, Texas, so I am just right up the road from you guys. Oh, you see my yellow roses in the background. My husband is so sweet. Every time he goes to the grocery store, which is more than I do, he brings me home a dozen yellow roses. The yellow rose of Texas. I carried yellow roses at our wedding. He knows that's my favorite, so he always brings me yellow roses. So I guess I'll keep him around for a while. But thank you. Judy says she loves my lives. Always a treat to watch. Thanks for just being you. Oh, I am so me, honey. Yeah, there's nothing fake here. I don't mind it. I used to freak out. What if I make a mistake? But you guys are so loving and so, supportive. But if I make a mistake, I want to show you how to fix it. So I got over that fear of what if I make a mistake, because I am not perfect and we're paper crafting. You know what? It's just a piece of paper. So if I make a mistake, I'll run over there and grab some more paper. So we are good. We are all good. Oh, and I see Pamela's from Arizona. Nope. Springdale, Arkansas. Okay. Arkansas. I was going to say Arizona. We've got some Floridas in the house, Minnesota. Oh, Rebecca's in Brownsville, Texas. I know, Kate. What a sweet hubby, right? Jeannie says her best friend from high school lives in Tyler, Texas. Tyler, Texas is in East Texas. About 5 hours from me, so it's a little bit further up the road. So, okay. All right, Gail loves Thursday nights get together. All right, so I'm gonna switch cameras because, like I said, I have a lot to share, and I'm just looking. Have I got everything organized? I got the blends over here. I got the paper over there. Let's get started. Okay. Move my laptop out of the way. And that's gonna bug me. I always see the shadow, it bugs me. Brenda loves my smile and my giggle. I do giggle, don't I? Let's see if I can move that down just a little bit. Okay, now that won't bug me as much. All right, so you all know about the expressions in ink. This is in the annual catalog, and if you don't have this catalog, just contact me below the video. More than happy to pop one in the mail to you. But the expressions in ink has this gorgeous paper. Let's see, well, you can see it on this page right here, but I have some pieces. And so this look right here, now this does have gold, and since I don't have any gold or metallic inks, I can't replicate that completely, but this is what we're going for. We're going for this type of look. And, oh, I've got a dog in the house. Can you hear him? Let's see, let me find the other pattern. Okay, this one. Oh, we got two dogs in the house. So we're going for something like this. If you happen to have metallic inks, you could do something like this. But I think what I'm going to show y'all tonight is just as pretty. It just doesn't have the gold, okay? But we're going to add some sparkles. So that is my way of replacing the gold in this paper, okay? All right, so let's push that out of the way. So I want to show you the cards. How about this? Now, I know you can see the gold leaves sparkle, but there's some sparkle right here. Let's see, can y'all see that? That's what we're gonna be playing with tonight, is adding that sparkle to a card like this. So, I know, Kathy, isn't that paper gorgeous? And so, you know, one day we won't be able to get that paper because it will retire. So we're gonna be coming up with other alternatives to replicate that, okay? So this is a great fall thank you card. And then, let's see, I'm gonna put all these in order so I don't mess them up. And then this is the card that showed preview. And I don't know, we're gonna change this card up a little bit tonight because I want you to see more of the sparkle that's on the paper. Oh gosh, I know you can't see it. Oh, I'm trying with the camera. So really right now, all you see is the silver. So we're gonna change that card up just a little bit. And then how about this card? Yeah, more silver. But again, I've got that sparkle in here. I really wish you could see it on the camera. Oh, I'm trying so hard. Yeah, there you go. Maybe you can see it right there. So a couple months back, this was the paper pumpkin box, okay? So it's that same look, all right? So this is what we're going for tonight, okay? We're going to come up with something similar to this. This doesn't have the sparkle in it, but it's still the same concept, okay? I do have a handout that will be available at 8 p.m. Central after the live. Well, thank you, Kate. I'm glad you think it looks like it came from the DSP pack. And with these instructions, I do give you instructions instead of just the measurements to the cardstock, because really all the cardstock bases and layers are the same, okay? But I'm telling you what I used, which Stampin' Blends I used for each card, all right? Like I said, this will be available after the live is over at 8 p.m. Oh, you're good. Y'all can see it. It does show. Okay, good. Because I'm looking at the camera in front of me and I'm like, oh, can they see it? Can they see it? So I'm hoping that by following these steps, you guys will be able to do this at home. If you make one of these cards or any card that I demonstrate, we want to see it. And the only way you can share that is on my business Facebook page. Or if you're in my Stampers Facebook page, you could do it there. But anytime that you're sharing, you know, anytime you want to recreate a card that I'm making, whether it's live or a video, I want to see your interpretation. Everybody else does too, okay? My way is just a few ways. Everyone has their own taste and they're going to do something different than what I do. And that's what makes it your card. All right. Last night of celebration, I had to remind you. I know that if you're on my newsletter list, you've probably been reminded so much that you're going to go, if she says that word one more time. I want you to know that tonight is the last night of celebration. Let's fix our camera. Ooh, a little wonky. Hang on, guys. There we go. And so I want you to, this is where you spend $50 on my website and you get something for free out of the brochure. I will point out that on the very first page, that bedazzled paper is gone. It has been gone. So, all right, we have a clean slate. Let's get started. First, you're going to need some rubbing alcohol. You must have 91% or higher alcohol, okay, the rubbing alcohol. If you have some that's 70% at home, that won't work. You're gonna need to go buy a little cheap bottle of this at the pharmacy. It's in the medicine aisle, okay? You need 91% or higher. I think they make a 95 or a 96 or something like that. So remember, higher than 91. I don't think I've seen a 90, but higher than 91. And the other very special tool you're gonna need is a drinking straw. Who would have thought, right? Yep, you're gonna need a drinking straw. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do are my nails dipped. Yes, they're powder. They're dips. Oh, thank you, Michelle, putting up my Facebook page there. All right, so I'm gonna pour a little bit of alcohol in here, and I knew I would spill it. We're gonna move the whole bottle out of the way, and we're gonna do a little cleanup here. Yep, I made a mess, but that's okay. It'll evaporate. There we go. All right, so we're gonna set that aside, and then forgot to grab a piece of paper because we're going to go off the page a bit, so we want to make sure. So the first one we're going to play with is the colors of this one, okay? All right, I chose, where's my purple? I chose the darker version of Highland Heather. Now you need at least 3 Stampin' Blends, okay? I did opt to use the light and the dark of the Magenta Madness on this card. I think that's what I used. I didn't even look at my list. I'm just picking colors now because it doesn't matter what colors you pick, but you need at least 3 shades, okay? So I've got the light and the dark of the magenta, and then I have the dark, and I picked this one on purpose because I want to show y'all something. If you have the Stampin' Blends, and this is an old one, like this is when they first came out, and I can tell because I used to put a piece of washi tape on the end that was the fatter end, the brush end. And this Stampin' Blend, oh gosh, can you see it? The tip is lighter. Can you see how it's just worn out? And I say it's mushy. I don't know if that's a correct term, but it's just not as stiff as when I first got it. It still works for this technique. I knew I hung onto it for something. I hung onto it because the other end, the barrel tip end, works fine. All right, now I'm just gonna make sure that that's clean. So if I was coloring, it's so mushy, it's not good for that, but it's great for what I'm doing. And look at me, I'm on the wrong kind of paper. Where's my vellum? I told y'all I would do something silly. I told you. I was like, that doesn't look right. All right, let's do this again. So I've got a mushy marker and it doesn't matter. Okay, so if you have a mushy one, it's fine. Let's put a little bit up there. So as you can see, I'm just scribbling everywhere. What did I draw? Oh, that's important. I need that. And I am using the brush tipped end. Now, when you use lighter colors, they're going to show up lighter. Can y'all see how it's almost a white color? But that's okay. I wanted the variation of colors. Just want to make sure we go off the edges there. Yep. And now we're going to bring in the magenta. Super easy so far, right? Y'all with me? It's okay if the colors touch. Now, it is alcohol markers, but it does take a hot minute to dry. So we're gonna switch again, and I get some more yellow. Copics are alcohol-based markers as well. That is correct. So you want alcohol-based markers when you're doing this technique. All right, let's bring in our purple again and kind of fill in. Now, I will say this. I told you I'm copying this card. This one's not going to be the same. They always turn out different, but you'll see the technique and you'll understand it. Just want to get to the edges, make sure that we're all good. Let's bring in our dark. Okay, I think we've got it all covered. There we go. All right, so we're gonna bring in our little alcohol cap. Are you coloring on cardstock? No, I am coloring on the vellum cardstock that Stampin' Up sells. Let me grab it. So the vellum cardstock is stiffer. We've had some other vellums in the past that were thinner, but you do need the vellum cardstock, okay? You need a heavier weight for this to work. Okay, so next we have the water painters. If you don't have these, maybe you have the old aqua painters that Stampin' Up used to sell. You just don't want the water on there. You want a very dry brush, because we're going to be dipping in alcohol, okay? So, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get my special tool, okay? And I'm actually going to take that off of that piece of paper. We're going to move this out of the way. I'll slide this over just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the alcohol and I'm just going to go around the colors, okay? And see how it's kind of running? I'm going to take my straw this kind of helps dry it and it helps blow it around a bit. I like to swish it off a little bit when I'm changing colors. There are other ways to do this technique, but I thought with the straw was the funnest. Is that the word? Is that a word? The funnest. The neat thing is, if you don't like it, just keep playing with it and you can fix it. Let's go around our yellow. You're not late, you're just in time. We're playing with Stampin' Blends and alcohol markers. And I like to just keep turning it around. You do want this to be good and dry. Let's see, did I get everything? Oh, there's one. And And then you can kind of turn it over and check it. So it's a lot softer than this side, but that's the purpose. We want it to be more muted. I'm kind of happy with it. What do y'all think? I like it. All right, so the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the alcohol one more time, and we're going to take a Stampin' Blend, and we're just going to do the flecks. And then you'll be able to see those water puddles? And look how pretty it looks on the other side. So we're gonna set that aside to dry. We're gonna move these blends out of the way. We're gonna grab another piece of vellum cardstock, and we're gonna try to replicate this one, okay? I just want y'all to see the different colors, and so it doesn't matter what color. So I'm back with my dark Highland Heather. I'm coming in with my lighter Misty Moonlight because I found the darker was darker than what I wanted. And then I have the darker of the Balmy Blue, okay? Oh, y'all like this? Let me know what y'all think. Is it easy? Do y'all think it's easy? Because that's the name of the game. I want it to be easy. I want you to think, I can do that. It's so fun. As you can see, it's fairly quick other than me blowing around on the alcohol. And so let's try it this time where we don't necessarily blow as much and see what it looks like. Just so you can see the difference. You will see it, well, we'll just see. You're just gonna see. Yay, Barbara, I'm glad you think it's gorgeous. Thank you. So we're just coming in now with some Misty Moonlight. And y'all see, there's no rhyme or reason to where I'm coloring, what I'm doing. Just kind of going in different places. The important thing is just to fill up the whole piece of paper. This sheet is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to talk to you guys about adhering it when we're all done. So oh, it's a little bit hard to see. So let's pick this up, make sure we got everything. Yep, we have a big old corner over there. Let's get our blue. Oh no, that is blue. Ooh, that Balmy Blue went a little light on me. That's okay, we'll fix it. Okay. No, not okay. Let's get our Balmy Blue again. All right, so I said this time I wasn't gonna blow. So I'm just gonna come around all of my colors and just see what y'all think. Oh yeah, I said that the good news is if you make a mistake or you don't like it, you can fix it. This may be our chance for me to share that with you. I'm only wiping off my brush so that I don't muddy the colors. You know, I don't want the blue and the purple if it's not side by side. But Stampin' Blends and alcohol markers are just so much fun. Okay, I think I got it all. Now, as you can see, I do have some darker spots here. It's just looking a little bit different. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like without the blowing. It's still kind of wet because the blowing helps it dry. Okay, so where's my other one? Oh, over here drying. Oh, and it curls up too when it's drying. So you can see the difference. It's just, I don't know, more structured. But let's say you're not happy with this. You want to play some more. Let's get our straw and let's dip this in here. And let's just say we wanted to, where do I want to go? Right here. Kind of soften that up maybe a little bit where that line is. You can do that. Isn't that fun? So it gives it that more marbled look. Okay. There we go. Asked which side of the vellum am I painting on? Okay, so at this point, let's say technically I'm painting on the back side, okay? But right now, the paper is two-sided. It's the same thing. The paper is the same on both sides, Jan. But when we go to adhere it, this is the top side, okay? Because this side can interact with something else. Mainly when I dipped, you know how I dipped and I did this? It interacts with things. So we want it to go this side down, because if you give it to someone and somehow they had something on their hand, it might interact and smear the alcohol blends, okay? So there's our back side and there's our front side, okay? Does that help answer? Exactly, Kate. More movement or less? That's a good way to put it. All right, we're gonna set that aside. Now, I'm gonna do one more and then we're gonna make a card. I'm telling you, this is addicting. If you start doing it, you're gonna go, let me just cut a lot more vellum then because this was fun. All right, let's move these blends. And, okay. I know I showed y'all this card. So on this one, I used pumpkin pie, soft sage, and old olive, okay? But I want to show you a totally different one. So now, and this is the reason I want to show you this. I need some more alcohol. The reason I want to show you this is because, hold on, let me get some more alcohol here. You may pick, okay, so right now I have both the light and the dark of the Granny Apple Green. Let's see, which one is this? Melon Mambo and Bermuda Bay, okay? So you have to play with it to decide, is that too dark, is that too light? Like, don't use like pale papaya. It's not gonna show up very well. So if you start playing, this is the dark, and you go to put it on the paper and you go, okay, that's pretty, I like that. But if you started with the lighter version, you can't see it. Okay, so is that my point? Do y'all see? Some of the blends are dark enough to work. This one is not, okay? So we're gonna grab our dark again. So this is just a way for you to test which colors you want to use. All right, let's do it again. This was our Melon Mambo. We're gonna start with the lighter. Let's see. If people don't want to use a straw, they can always use a baby nasal aspirator. Yes, thank you for reminding me of that. Even though I have a grandbaby who is sleeping in the next room, I might add, I didn't have a nasal thing for him. His parents didn't leave that here. All right, so that's the ladder. Let's pull out the darker and see which one we like best. On my other sample, I think I went with the ladder, but since we've added some dark, we're gonna add a little bit more here and there, just to kind of tie it all in. But yes, you can use an aspirator that you could, like a bulb thing, to push that around. Okay, so we're gonna switch to Bermuda Bay. Did I say that's what that was? Yes, Bermuda Bay. So here's the ladder. That's not bad. But let's just try the dark and see what we think. That's not bad either. So it's just a matter of scribbling and playing and what is, you know, what do you like the best? Can you see it? If you can, then go with it. But I'm telling you, this is such a fun technique, guys, that I hope that you will want to get these out and play with it. Is this boring to watch me color? I didn't even think about that. It might be a bit boring. All right, let's get our Granny Apple Green. What did we decide? The dark? Oh, that's the lighter. See, you can't really see it. My grandbabies are here every weekend, so I just have everything myself. You know what, Renee? I have everything too. Like, he's in the other room sleeping. His parents went to go pick up their new car, and so I have him for the evening. They'll be here later. And it's like, you should see. Mimi's got a stash of stuff. I got a bunch of stuff, but I don't have that. I should, because he doesn't let you clean his nose. The things we talk about on YouTube Live. All right, we have got a lot of colors going on, but wait till you see how it turns out. All right, getting our, oh, I'm at 7:30. Y'all still with me? All right, getting our alcohol. Just following that green and that blue. Adding some air to it too, I think helps. Well, it does. It speeds up the drying so that you don't have to worry about it. I love the movement of this. I just think it's so pretty. Oh, that was a lot. That was a lot of alcohol there. Up here. And where else? Oh, over here. Okay, let's blow this that way. All right, let's see what it looks like. I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of cotton candy. Oh, I didn't realize y'all could see my head when I'm blowing on the straw. That's so fun. You got to see my hairdo. Anyway, I just love the colors of it. I thought it was fun. But see right here where it's kind of light? Take your blend, because that's dry there now. Add a little bit of color. I'm not even going to get this very wet because I didn't want to blow away the color. And we have a spot over here. Just kind of fill it in a little bit. React it with some alcohol. And I blew it out again. Anyway, all right. So you see how pretty this is? I know, Kathy, isn't it pretty? It's just a fun technique, guys. Please try this. I'm telling you. All right. So I did it before. Oh, I think I added a little darker purple in there. And when you add it to basic white, this is what it looks like. Look at the difference, okay? So let's just turn this over. See how it's darkened up when you have the basic white behind it versus like that, okay? So you definitely want to mount it on a piece of basic white. Did I say whisper white? It is relaxing, Michelle. Such a good way to put it. So you can see the difference, even though it looks really faint here and you're like, can't you add darker colors? You don't have to once you add it to the white. Okay, so that was one that I did. And can y'all see the sparkle on that one? Oh yeah, we can see it on this one. All right, let's clean up a little bit. Put our alcohol lid back on. I'm just grateful I didn't spill the bottle. Clean off our brush. I have no idea where the top went to that. Okay, so the next step is the fact that these have curled up. Now, the way to uncurl them, turn them over, turn on your heat gun, okay? And then put something heavy on it. I put a bunch of clear blocks on it. Love doing full sheets. Let my grandchildren do them too. Oh, that's fun. But yeah, once you start heating that up, it starts to lay down, okay? And then I just put something heavy on it, put a stack of books or whatever. But it does start to lay down, and so you can see that one curled a little bit differently because we got paper wet, so it is going to curl. All right, let's put our card together. Holy cow, what a mess I have. Okay, so let's move this. We might need that again. Move this out of the way. All right, how to apply the vellum to the cardstock. I'm going to show you one way. This is with the adhesive sheets from Stampin' Up. Okay, I just cut the sheet to match the size of my basic white cardstock. And where did my little tool go? I got it started before the video so that I wouldn't have to play. I'm peeling off the backing. And this is very sticky. I have the adhesive on there. I'd already applied it, so it's very sticky. You can emboss those colored sheets. Ooh, like the vellum? Yes, you could. But if you're going, okay, great point. Let me grab that again. If you're going to emboss this, you need to emboss it before you add it to the cardstock, because the heat tool will release that adhesive that you have underneath. So good thing you said that. I wanted to point that out. I'm telling you guys, we need to do this in person so y'all can help me clean up after these. Okay, so this is our back side, and we've already got our, whoops, come on, it's very sticky. We really want to make sure that we line this up, and the way we put it on is we're going to walk our hand across so that it adheres. We're going to start down here. Because we want all of that adhesive to make contact with that buckled piece of vellum. And it is pretty hard to get it on perfectly straight, So if you want, you can cut your cardstock a little bit bigger and then trim it down. So you can see where I was off just a little bit, just a skosh right there, but not bad, okay? So now that is adhered. I told y'all we were gonna do some bling. Let's grab this. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to trim this down a little bit. Let's get that off. And then there's the vellum that's sticking out. Okay, we've got it all trimmed. All right. Stella is going to be our shimmer, okay? Now, I'm going to take and put a glob of Stella on here. Ah, that's a lot of bubbles. We don't want that many bubbles. Come on, a little bit more. See if we can get the bubbles out. And then, so I really have this wet. Those bubbles are in my way. And that's how you add the shimmer. This is how we kind of replicate, come on bubbles, pop. How we replicate the designer series paper that Stampin' Up! Currently sells. And it's funny, I have shimmer, I have it all over my table. I think I can, this is got an alcohol product in it because it dries pretty quickly. So I think I can use rubbing alcohol to clean up my table. I don't know. It's a craft table. What do you expect? All right. If you wanted some extra globs or dots, you can take and barely squeeze the bulb. Come on. And get some extra dots. Well, that's kind of a big dot, but kind of like embellishments. Okay. That'll probably take a hot minute to dry. Just gonna wipe that off. I've never tried this. Let's see what happens. It's not drying. I've never tried it before. I know. Perfect. Wow, look, I've got veins going on. That's cool. Okay, if I have not turned y'all on to this fun technique, come on, come on. Can y'all see it now? There we go. So that's still gonna take a while to dry. So let me get the rest of the stuff. I know my head's in the camera, sorry. All right, we're gonna set that aside and we're gonna do some stamping. I am using the Snowflake Wishes stamp set, and I'm using the sentiment out of here. May your season sparkle. I cut my basic white using Tasteful Labels. Tasteful Labels and I just became the best of friends. Look at all those different sizes of labels. So I did use the bigger one because my sentiment was longer, but there's so many different shapes in here and they're stitched. So I love that because it kind of looks layered, but yet I don't have to layer it. So I was like, oh, is that? I thought I really made a mess. Okay. So we're going to stamp our sentiment. May your season sparkle. Close that up. And then, you know, I told y'all we were going to change this card up. I wanted to use some white snowflakes instead of the silver. You guys may not have the new silver foil paper, so I wanted to give you an alternative. Almost everybody has white, so I thought we would play with that. Let's move that over. And let's get some adhesive. And I know we don't sell these sponges anymore, guys, but I have a million of them. I could probably give them away. I have so many. And I'm like, wait, what? We don't sell those anymore? Just get any kind of sponge. You could use your sponge daubers. That is something that we do sell. So you could use the sponge daubers. I'm gonna get my card base. Give that a good crease. Get that ready. All right, how are we doing over here? Yep, it does take a long time to dry. So just beware. Let's try the heat gun now. After I told y'all not to use the heat gun on your adhesive layer, I just did that. But I'm good because I use the adhesive sheets, okay? I'm gonna show you a different way to add the vellum to your cardstock in a minute, but my adhesive sheets are pretty good underneath there. So at least now that's dry. And we're gonna get our dimensionals. How do I always run out of dimensionals? Do y'all do that? But we really don't run out when there's these bits left. We're going to put this on the back of our layer. Ooh, I just had an idea. What about combining the two cards? Huh, y'all are going, what is she talking about? Hold on, I'll show you. You know, it's just my chance to play, and y'all just happen to be invited. Where did that go? Oh boy, I don't know if I can find them now. I have no idea where I put it. Ah, found it. I had used this on our pink card, on this one, so I was wondering, let's just see what it looks like. You love my sponge art? Okay, so what I was thinking, if we add a little bit of this, and let's just cut it. We're committed now, we've cut it. I'm just gonna put it there. Grab a piece of tape, stick that down. Yeah, I think that would be fun. We're gonna catch that on the thing. Okay, let's add this to our card. We're still wet. This stuff takes a while to dry when you glob it like that, so keep that in mind, okay? But what I'm gonna do is add some liquid glue. Really catching those edges with a fine line, rubbing out any globs. Here we go. We're gonna blot it. Oh guys, it's so pretty. Okay, let's bring this back in. Oh yeah, I wanna add a snowflake or two first, hold on. All right, we're gonna put some glue there, and we got a lot of snowflakes to play with, so. I'm gonna add one here. And then add one up here. Let's see. Yeah, you know, you're not seeing it as much, but you can still see the snowflakes, right? Okay, let's do one more. Nope, that's the stitch side. Nope, they're both stitched, okay. We're gonna do it up here some. Okay, now let's add this. Can y'all hear Stella snoring? My little dachshund is in here snoring. Bless her heart. Oh, I was gonna catch that underneath. Okay. This is how we cheat. There we go. Okay, now let's take one more snowflake and we're gonna do it up there. So it depends, you know, using the white on white, you might want to go darker with your background. Yeah, I need adhesive all over. Hold on. I thought that would be too much, but a little bit more. Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock. It's almost time for my blog to go live. Okay, so there's one version, and then see this version is darker, and that's why I thought the white snowflakes would turn out. But I told y'all, no two are gonna look alike. So there you go. Oh my gosh, guys, I've had so much fun sharing this with y'all. I do hope that you will give it a try. It's just super fun, super fun. So what else do I have to tell y'all? Let's see. Let me switch the camera around, see if there's any questions for me. Pull my chair back in. Do y'all love it? Love, love, love this design, says Vicky. Yay! Oh, let's switch cameras. It's not cheating when you're making it pretty. Okay. Yay, very nice cards. Kathy gave me lots of hearts. Yay. It's so fun. I could do it for days, days. Just need to have enough vellum cardstock. I mean, it's so funny because I used the same Stampin' Blends on both of those cards, the darker, but the other one was darker because I didn't put as much alcohol. So like I said, you could use the same 3 shades of Stampin' Blends and they're all gonna be different. So these cards are fantastic. We'll be trying this tomorrow. Yay, Kate, and I wanna see it. Tag me. If you put it on Facebook, if you put it on your personal page, tag me and I will look for yours tomorrow. Molly says, gorgeous backgrounds. Thank you for sharing. You're so welcome. Yay. I'm so glad. Patricia says, very pretty. I have done a bit of that and it is fun. Yes. I'm so glad you enjoyed it, Mary. Debbie says, thanks for my first time and so stunning. These cards are so pretty. And it's just all about the Wink of Stella, the vellum, they're just elegant. I think they're elegant cards, right? Let's see. Yes, if you guys want to be reminded of the Thursday Night Live, thank you, Michelle. That's a great thing to remind people of. If you want to be reminded of when I go live on Thursday nights, you can sign up for my newsletter. And if you're on a desktop or laptop, it is show more button underneath the video. Or if you're on a mobile device, like an iPad or something, just click the little right arrow. And you can go sign up for my newsletter, go make that last minute purchase for Celebration, go to my blog. I gotta go over there and push other buttons on the other computer so that my blog will go live in about 4 minutes. All right. You guys take care. I will see you next Thursday Night Live here on my channel. And until then, happy stamping, y'all.